You know, growing up as a witness, a lot of times I felt really depressed and really sad and sometimes even suicidal because I didn't really feel good enough. I'd sit there and I'd look in the Watchtower publications at, a lot of the pioneers, whether they be pioneer brothers and sisters. And, the society really, suggested and implied very heavily that, this is how you should be and this is how you want to be, if you want to be a good servant of Jehovah. And it felt really bad. I'd get really depressed over it. I remember even one time being at the hall, cleaning it, and seeing a table with cakes and coffee, and then a brother telling me, those are for the pioneer brothers and sisters. And so, even though they never came out with it, it was always implied that this is how you want to be. But as I came to study the Bible, I came to realize that Jesus didn't act like that. Jesus didn't choose among, ranks or anything like that. When you look at these pioneer brothers and sisters, or these ministerial servants, or these elders, or special pioneers, and you see how they're paraded, I guess my question to you is, do you not feel good enough? You see, the reason I say this, and the reason that I want to talk about this, is because you are good enough. As someone who studies sociology, it's amazed me to see that everybody serves their purpose. I study Myers-Briggs, Enneagram, archetypes, and, everything of that sort. And you come to find out through your study of this type of sociology that everybody has their talents and everybody has their gifts. And, the kind of organizational skills pertaining to, Watchtower members and pioneers, that's a talent that they have. And you don't ever need to let anyone or the society or anyone, even if it's in the magazine, make you feel like you're less than worthy before Jesus, who said, I am the way. So if it's any consolation, if you're a Christian, the only one that you really need to be pleasing is Jesus. And Jesus said that you're good enough. He didn't say that you had to be a pioneer. That was nowhere in the scriptures. Not everybody went out preaching door to door. Some people opened up their houses and were hospitable to missionaries. So you see, everybody has their place. So, for all of my former brothers and sisters that are watching this, I just want you to know that you're good enough. And don't let anyone make you feel like you are less than equal than they are because they are a pioneer, a special pioneer, a ministerial servant, or an elder. Those are talents. But that doesn't mean that you don't have talents. This is something that I had to figure out. You see, because I was a critical thinker, and because I wasn't really much of a follower, and everybody who knew me in the past knows this about me, I didn't really go with the flow. And I didn't really have good organizational skills. I didn't really like to dress up and be clean cut. And then I had to realize, through reading the scriptures and reading the Bible, that that's okay. It doesn't mean that I've done anything wrong. Maybe my talent is making art. Maybe my talent is writing music. Maybe it doesn't have to be being an elder or a pioneer. And anybody who, gets to know people and even knows pioneers, and, if you guys are active members in the Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses or ex-JWs, you know that, having these qualities, being an elder, being like they show you in the Watchtower magazines, that clean-cut, pioneering, ready to obey ministerial servant or elder, doesn't always equate to being a good moral person, a very critical or free thinker. It doesn't mean you're going to be a good husband. It doesn't mean you're going to be a good friend. It doesn't mean that you won't be unselfish and loving. You see, because building your personal relationship with Jesus, if you're a Christian, is just that. It's about building your personal relationship with Jesus. It's about praying for the fruitages of the Spirit. And those are the most important things in the Scriptures. If you look at the Bible and read everything in context with regards to service, pioneering, preaching, door to door, you'll find that the most important thing here is love. Not rank. Not feeling like you need to compare yourselves to others, which they will say that they don't do that, but then they will say, oh, this is how we want to be as servants of Jehovah. And then they'll, show you pictures or experiences of pioneers who have done it for 20, 30, 50 years, whatever. But that's not what being a Christian was about. It's about love. It's about love. Love is the name of the game here. It's about accepting other people and learning to love them and to kindly teach them what you know, and to not disassociate yourself from people because their talents don't really fit into the Watchtower pioneering cookie cutter mold. That was just something I felt like sharing. It's a beautiful day out here for a drive. Had this on my mind. I thought I'd share it with you guys. So for all of you out there who, have felt so pressured by, Watchtower and Watchtower publications, about being a pioneer, ministerial servant, elder, or anything like that, what I would encourage you to do is read the Bible in context, pray to Jehovah and Jesus for their guidance and direction, and remember that the most important thing of Christianity is love, and, that we're supposed to be cultivating the fruitages of the Spirit, and this can be done without having to be a pioneer. You can cultivate love, joy, hope, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faith, mildness, and self-control without having to be those things. And you can be perfectly acceptable before Jesus without having to do these things. So, don't let anyone tell you any different. This is from the Bible, and this is directly from Jesus. And if the Bible is supposed to be our main book of authority on all of these things, then that's what we need to be following instead of any kind of a doctrine that Watchtower would put out that can change, or that they can modify, or that you could come to find out you don't necessarily fit into. So for everyone watching, and for everyone out there who is discouraged, maybe thinking about this, maybe feeling like they never fit into the congregation and wondering where they fit in a society now, you are good enough.